Molweni Betuna, and welcome to Conversations with Z. Igama lam ndinguZinhle Limba. Thank you so much for joining me today. So on today's conversation, I've decided to invite my childhood friend. Guys, Vuyiseka is the very first friend in emhlabeni. Yabo. We are both born the same year, just a few weeks older than Yena. We went to the same primary school, same preschool, Sunday school together, guild together, we're together. Practically, she's been around all my life. I spoke about my mom on the previous video, and she's one friend that actually knows my mom. She saw her getting sick. She saw her when she was healthy and all of that. So before welcome, Bovo Unjani.
Thank you, and
Ndiphilile nam. Mamela I want you to introduce yourself to abantu. Ngubani uVuyiseka, wenza ntoni, what the hell are you doing in KZN if ukhulele nami sightsee. So just take people through bana ngubani uVovo.
Right. Molweni befunana igama lami ndinguVuyiseka Wawini, abanye bazi as uVovo. Born and bred in Cape Town, XIC to be specific. KZN I work for an NGO called TB HIV Care. We have these programs. The department in Puyo is called TP Prep. It's priority population. Priority population is the adolescent, young girls, and men who sleep with other men. So that's the people that we deal with. What we do is and get prevention methods for HIV with pregnancy. And we target using the STIs, and we offer psychosocial services to those who need, and the biomedical services to those people.
Okay. So I haven't said why I have invited you to the conversation. So abantu bayabona nje sithetha. The reason why Vovo I've invited you is because silulucha clearly ikhona basidibane ncam naye, judging from the high rate infections. But on a serious note though, the number of infections, the number of infections is just going up. There is into that people can use to prevent themselves from contracting HIV. We tend to trust the wrong people. Sometimes ulala partner yakho and the partner is cheating. We have an HIV now, HIV positive. Other people get raped. Sometimes we just choose not to use the condom. Sometimes abanye abantu are infecting other people obliviously because they don't test. Some that HIV positive, it keeps on happening. So now I want you to tell us how we can prevent HIV. For example, let's start with what is PrEP? Is it different to PrEP? What is PrEP?
Okay, so PrEP is a prevention cure for HIV. It protects you from the HIV by 99% if used as prescribed, which means you need to use it as you were told by the health practitioner that was initiating you on PrEP. However, it does not protect you from getting STI. So it only protects you, it prevents you from getting the HIV. Okay. It's a pill that you use. If I get your question, you ask Bana, what's the difference between PrEP and PrEP? So PrEP, there's an R there because it's pre-exposure. So it's pre-exposure prophylaxis, which means before being exposed with HIV. So you take it as a preventative measure to protect yourself before you go and have sex. PrEP is something that is post-exposure. So it's after you have been exposed. So let me say, now I go and I have sex with someone who's HIV positive. I would then go to the clinic as an emergency measure, say that I've been exposed to the HIV and it's within 48 hours, 72 hours. So the PrEP would then protect me from getting HIV. But it's after. PrEP is something that you use to prevent, to protect yourself
Okay, so PrEP is the before you take it, before a possibility of being infected with HIV, and then after when you're like, oh my gosh, I think I might have. Okay. So who is eligible to get PrEP? Is it only females? From what age? Where can we even get PrEP?
Okay. So everyone above the weight 35 kg is eligible to take PrEP.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone can go to either a clinic, a government clinic, some government clinics, not all of them. Mm-hmm. Some of them they do offer, some don't. I do know in Cape Town, we have an organization called ANOVA. They also do out to PrEP. I'm just not sure of the target travel. But they do also give out to PrEP. The HIV care also gives out to PrEP to people who are at risk of getting infected with HIV. So if you consider yourself high risk, then you would do PrEP. There's also an NGO called OZ Health that's also in Cape Town that took over from us in Cape Town. They also do go give PrEP. All private doctors also do give, but at a cost. The last time I checked, PrEP was, it supplied for the month, it was 1,700.
But what TB HIV in these new organizations is totally, completely free. Okay.
Free.
Okay. You mentioned in the introduction that you guys are focusing on men who sleep with other men, right? And adolescents, I think you said, right? Is there a particular reason why those two groups are prioritized?
According to the research that we've done as a CDC and other NGOs that are under the CDC, we found out that they are vulnerable, right? That in age grade, especially girls, where they cannot always negotiate for themselves, because then the cases where they're having transactional sex, so you can't really then come up with the conditions to say that this is what must happen. So as a way to protect yourself. That's also because they are the generation that we want them to be age free. So we're starting from the ones that we're focusing on, the ones that are 15 to 24. They are the next generation. They are the next leaders. So then we need to then start and focus with them. But however, if someone older, or someone older, way older, like we give them, because then you cannot say you are not giving anything, or you're not going to give them the services that you are offering because of age. But we go out looking for them specifically because we feel they are the ones that are at risk, and it's the same age with new infection is high. Well, the population that I'm talking about.
Yeah. And, I'm so glad that you guys are doing all of this, because we were supposed to be the HIV-free generation. I remember they were grade 4, creating HIV-free generation. And because at the time, I think mother to child, where people were born HIV positive. So when they came with ability to prevent abantwana from being born HIV positive, they were affinity free HIV-free generation, but I guess we missed the bus. So I'm so glad that the government is actually, your organizations are going back saying, "Bana, I'm now getting to how do you take the pill?" So like I go to HIV, TBK, or I go to any other organization, I get the pills. How do the pills work? Is it one pill a day? Do I take it once? Then it does like how often do you take it?
Okay, so I'll start you over from, let's say, send me and like only gazebo, you see the gazebo and you are interested on them, and then they tell you about the offering PrEP. So upon arrival, right, you will do an HIV test.
Okay.
So get HIV counseling and do an HIV test. In order for you to be eligible to get PrEP, you need to be HIV negative. Remember, to prevent you from getting HIV.
Okay.
So once that has been done, you then go to, in our case, a social auxiliary worker. would then do PrEP readiness, where they ask you how much information you have about HIV, about PrEP, because you also need to understand what you're getting yourself into. And you also because it's a long-term commitment thing. So you need to commit. So the social worker is there to help you understand what you are getting yourself into. And if you have gaps, to fill those gaps so that we are remember. Then from there, you then move over to the nurse clinician. The nurse clinician will then draw blood from you. The blood is because PrEP is really that you take everything.
Okay.
So that would then affect your kidney, right? So we need to check that everything is okay, because we don't want to later find out that you have kidney problems and we are giving you medication that will affect you negatively. So after that has been done, we need to then also explain. So PrEP is a pure A1, every day at a time that works for you. The reason why I'm mentioning time is because there's no specific time where you must take it. But as about to tell you, so it makes sense for me as Vuyiseka to take it maybe at 10 o'clock if I go to bed half past 10. So just before I go to bed, I take PrEP one so that tomorrow I will remember to take it. Then I've developed a pattern sort of for myself. So that's where the time thing comes. Not that there's a
specific time.
Also, if you forget, then you happen to forget, maybe you went out with friends and you forgot, you take it when you remember. But if only left today and you remember tomorrow, you only take one. You don't take yesterday's one that you forgot about all today's one. No, you only take the one pill.
Oh, okay. Okay, because bencinga fana uba zifana nezapilisi zocwangcisa where you if uzitye ngo-12 it's rigid 12 o'clock 12 o'clock because mna ndiyazazi uba ndiyalibala. So what are some of the side effects that a person can expect when they do take PrEP, considering that ke asifane emizimbeni yabo mhlawumbi ndingane-side effects omnye angabi nazo, but what are the major ones okanye the ones that people often get once they start taking PrEP?
Okay, so the most common ones are headache, nausea, but it should only last for a couple of days. If you are then advised to go back to the healthcare practitioner so that that will measure with the management of those side effects. It should not last for more than a week.
Now, how is it different to ARVs? Because I've been trying, so before I have these conversations, right, I have it with abanye abantu just to hear by abantu bathini their opinion, and people are like, I say I have ARVs. I mean, nobuzijongile yazibona uba ezifana ne-ARVs, and then zine-side effects ezifana neze-ARVs. Ungaske nditreat HIV ngodingenayo ukubone. So what is the difference? Is there a difference between the two?
There is a difference between the two. PrEP, like I had said in the beginning, it's a prevention. Any ARV treatment is to control the viral load on your body. So PrEP is like something that covers, protects you from getting, and then ARVs, your container, what has fake corner that is keeping it on the thing. So there is a difference. However, abantu maybe they come ARVs, that's from the fact that PrEP una two types, or two drugs, the ARVs is corner. And who knows these and this is wrong, but the corner two drugs is the ARVs is corner. But it's not the same, and even the side effects are not the same, because every ARV might be something hectic as they go hectic, and they are manageable, like I said, as they last for long. So it's not the same thing. Also, I understand that Unti was saying that, but it's something that I take every day. When you saw that you are no longer hectic. And you then need to finish the supply and you need to notify so that uzokhohlwa even on incwadi zabo that you are yet or you are not taking PrEP anymore, so that they don't hold you, and also so that they make sure that you finish the
supply
for the month and you are protected for the month. Also, something that I forgot to mention is that PrEP protects you for as long as impact. So if I decide to stop, then I'm not going to be protected.
Bengizawubuza into yobana, when does it start being effective? Like, xa uyocwangcisa, someone said I must actually have subtitles because they're trying to discuss. So when does it actually start working? When does it become fully active? Because when we're going to take your contraceptives, right, you have the 14-day waiting period while you're still in danger. You could fall pregnant. Ne? I'm using HIV pregnancy because that's the one preventative method that I'm familiar with. So you have 14 days to wait it out, and then after 14 days, I can plus. So when do I start? When does it become fully active? There's no way I'm going to be HIV positive during this period.
So according to the latest guidelines, the PrEP takes 7 days to be active in your body. That means if today you started taking PrEP, today being Thursday, take it until next week Thursday, usebenzisa i-condom for you not to get HIV, because if you don't use a condom within that 7 days, you will be infected, because then you are not protected as yet. After 7 days, you are then protected from getting HIV. But remember, you need to take it as prescribed. You can't say, but anditaki namhlanje andizumthatha because ngiyataka, then
maybe guys should work on finding because it's sensitive guys. So maybe 7 days I'm prepared, but I'm gonna have sex. Like
no, you can still have sex, but use protection. Plus 7 days. Then after the 7 days, you are fully protected. But remember, if you might fall pregnant, and PrEP does not protect you from STIs.
And then lastly, what would you like to take away from this? There's so many misconceptions about PrEP. People are reluctant to actually take the pill because it's too much admin and all of that. So for someone that's watching, what would you like them to take away from this interview?
Okay, so I think the person that invented PrEP, right, had the hopes it's something that you as a person, you are doing to protect yourself. So it's your efforts in protecting yourself from getting HIV. Yes, it takes a lot from you, but if you allow, like you listen to izinto ezinje and you read up on it and you get well informed about it, then I think you will sleep better at night knowing that, yes, you might not be someone who does not use protection, but we live in a society, especially in South Africa, where women get raped. And you don't know if their status is what. You might know your boyfriend's status, but also at the same time, you don't know who your boyfriend is sleeping with. So as a young person, I think it's a good thing for you to take a PrEP, because then you know that your mind is at ease. Also, we need to remember that HIV does not only get spread through sex. So you might be in an accident, or your friend might cut themselves and you want to help out. And in situations like that, you don't stop to think, but what if my friend is HIV positive?
You step in.
Yes, you step in, because you are human and you want to help your friend or your family member. So your mind would sort of be at ease, knowing that when you've taken responsibility of your life and you are sort of working towards an AIDS-free generation, because CDC, one of the programs that we have, it's called Dreams. It's about you as a person. It's not now. What we're trying to do is we're not only giving out PrEP, but we educate women before giving them PrEP, so that tatu PrEP, and they work on their financial independence also on the side with other things that we are offering. So we as Busha on your career, but you're also doing it safe on the other side. You're like, okay, my career is booming, but on the other side, I'm also looking after my health. And it's not just about me, but it's about my family in the future. I'm going to be able to have a family. I'm not going to infect my child with HIV if I have HIV. They are well informed about things that will happen. So it gives in the PrEP, it sort of gives you, it eases your mind because you are in control. You are in control, and you get to a point where uzodigwa. That's fine. You feel like I'm out in the dating game. Then I'll pin no. Even the area that I'm living in is not safe. Then you take PrEP, you might even be a virgin, but you take PrEP as a preventative measure for yourself, not for anyone. I think it's about protecting yourself and knowing that the protection yakho, the health yakho, the government has provided the things, but it says basically it's your choice at the end of the day.
Like if you're on the dating game, you get out, then we are guys, people are not on the dating game, but they're getting late. So thank you so much, man, for that informative conversation. At least now we know what PrEP is, we know what it does, we know where to find the information. So abantu that would like to know more about this, they can follow Vuyiseka on Facebook, Vuyiseka Wawini. On Instagram,
Wawini.
On Instagram, Wawini. I'll leave the details below so that if you would like to get, PrEP, you can contact her to get more information. And we are definitely working towards an HIV-free generation. I am using my platform to inform people because PrEP, yet we don't see it on TV. We don't hear about it on radio, which is very strange. But when we have access to YouTube, we can learn about certain things so that we can prevent ourselves. I hope it was honestly been the way to go procrastinate and because wow.
Yes.
Like anyone that needs the information, I hope you guys have found this video informative. If you'd like to share, please do share, like, comment, and do not forget to subscribe. Bye.
Bye.